World War II is the most studied conflict in history, yet it's clouded by myths, propaganda, and simplifications. We crave clear heroes and villains, but the truth is far messier. Many of the stories we know were crafted as tools of war and post-war politics, echoing for decades, as if they were fact. In this video, we'll cut through the fog and expose the most persistent World War II lies, revealing how these myths shape our understanding of both past and present conflicts. This isn't just about history, it's about learning to spot manipulation today. Stick with us, and if you value myth-busting analysis, subscribe to History Reborn Alive. The Maginot Line is often mocked as a symbol of French failure, an expensive wall the Germans simply bypassed, but the truth is, it worked exactly as intended. It deterred direct attack and forced Germany to invade through Belgium. The real flaw wasn't the wall, but the assumption that the Ardennes forest was impassable to tanks. French strategy failed not in engineering, but in imagination and outdated assumptions. The Maginot Line channeled the enemy as planned. It was the French command's inability to adapt that proved fatal. The lesson? Don't mistake static defenses for strategic thinking, or underestimate your enemy's creativity. History's real warning is about the danger of rigid thinking, not concrete walls. The Maginot Line didn't fail. French assumptions did. Nazi wonder weapons, tanks, jets, rockets, are legendary, but their impact is wildly overstated. The Tiger tank was powerful, but slow to produce and maintain. The Allies built dozens of reliable Shermans for every Tiger. The Me-262 jet and V-2 rocket were technological marvels, but plagued by flaws and logistical nightmares. These projects drained resources from practical weapons the front lines actually needed. The real Allied advantage was mass production, reliability, and logistics, not flashy prototypes. Wars are won by scale and supply, not by having the fanciest gadget. Don't be dazzled by superweapons. Look for what actually works in the field. The human wave myth paints the Red Army as mindless cannon fodder, but that's Cold War caricature. By 1945, the Soviets had developed deep battle doctrine, using deception, coordination, and logistics to outmaneuver the Germans. Operation Bagration wasn't a mass charge, it was a masterclass in planning and surprise. Yes, Soviet losses were horrific, especially early on, but victory came from adaptation and industrial might. The Red Army learned, innovated, and supplied millions across vast distances. Don't just count bodies, study doctrine, logistics, and the ability to adapt. The Soviets won with brains as much as brawn. That's the real lesson for understanding modern warfare. Pearl Harbor didn't instantly turn the tide. America's entry was decisive, but not immediate. In 1941, the U.S. military was small and unprepared. Early months brought defeat after defeat. The real turning point was years in the making, as the U.S. mobilized its vast resources and industry. Meanwhile, the Soviets and British bore the brunt of the fighting and dying. America's arsenal of democracy eventually overwhelmed the Axis, but only after years of hard struggle. History isn't a movie with a single plot twist. It's a slow grind of effort and sacrifice. Beware any story that claims one action changed everything overnight. Real change takes time, teamwork, and relentless effort. Japan's early Pacific victories looked brilliant, but hid deep strategic flaws. Their plan ended at the opening attack. There was no realistic path to victory. Japanese leadership was divided, logistics were weak, and they underestimated American resolve and industry. Initial success came from surprise, not sustainable strategy. As the war dragged on, Japan's inflexibility and lack of resources doomed them. The lesson: early wins mean little without a plan for the long haul. Sustainability, not shock and awe, is what wins wars, or any competition. Ask not just, how did they win, but can they keep winning? The myths we've busted, about French failure, Nazi superweapons, Soviet tactics, American instant victory, and Japanese genius, aren't just trivia. They shape how we see power, conflict, and decision-making today. History, stripped of propaganda, is a tool for understanding the present. The same flawed assumptions and obsessions repeat in boardrooms and war rooms alike. By questioning these myths, we train ourselves to see deeper patterns and avoid easy answers. If you want more myth-busting history, subscribe to History Reborn Alive and share this video. Thanks for watching. Let's keep real historical analysis alive.